Crime and Punishment is an 1866 novel by the Russian writer Fyodor Dostoevsky. It was an immediate success on its release, and it can reasonably claim to be one of the 5 or 6 greatest novels ever written. It focuses on a poverty-stricken student called Rodion Raskolnikov, who murders a miserly old woman for what he thinks are morally good reasons, but then suffers a crippling failure of nerve. Why? Firstly, the murder didn't go as planned. He's forced to kill a second woman who appeared while it was in progress. Secondly, and more importantly, he's not the person he believed he was. He believed himself to be a being with a superior purpose and a superior morality. But killing someone with an axe turns out to be a much messier business than he bargained for, and it undermines his self-confidence. Thirdly, there's an increasingly persistent inner voice telling him that what he's done is simply wrong. Call it absolute truth or conscience or God. Dostoevsky might have called it all three. He wrote the book partly to counter utilitarian claims that morality is basically relativistic. But every good novel escapes its author to some extent, and from our point of view, Raskolnikov's inner voice could be weakness and paranoia. Unfortunately for Raskolnikov, and this is why his plan misfires, he's essentially a good person. Indeed, one of his reasons for murdering the old woman is that the money she's hoarded will enable him to help others. He's not looking to enrich himself. The old woman spreads misery wherever she goes. On utilitarian grounds, her exit and the transfer of her savings to 2 good people is undoubtedly justifiable. But Dostoevsky wants to persuade us that certain things, murder being an outstanding example, are just wrong in themselves. Over the centuries, some philosophers have tried to prove this, but it's always more interesting to see how it might work in practice. We're inside Raskolnikov's head a lot of the time, and we get to participate in his various shifts of perspective. What makes Crime and Punishment such an important novel is that all the characters in it are fully rounded, whilst also subtly embodying certain moral approaches to life. Just as in Dickens, there really is a good and a bad. But Dostoevsky's approach is different to Dickens's. The grey shades are much more threatening. There's a place where the concerns of literature and the deepest concerns of life coincide. It's rare to find a writer who knows exactly where it is. It's even rarer to find one who'll take you there.